this is Philington and welcome to another video here on AVForums. Today I'm in Warsaw in Poland and I'm here as a guest of TCL. And why am I here? Well, I'm here mainly to have a look at this monster. It's a 115-inch QD mini LED TV from TCL. It is the X955 and it may look familiar to you because we had a sneak peek of this TV back at CES at the beginning of the year and it won our CES Best of Show award for that. So today I've had the opportunity to get some measuring tools against this panel. The testing facilities have not been perfect. I haven't been able to get a full blackout. I haven't really been able to spend as much time as I usually spend with review TVs. So this is more of a hands-on look at this TV rather than a full review. Just because things are really busy. I'm not the only person here. There's about 15 of us journalists from all over Europe, and we are all trying to get time and access to these TVs and test them how we want to test them as much as possible. Now, I did manage to get some measurements. So this X955 is really quite accurate out of the box. It uses 20,000 dimming zones and is capable of 5,000 nits peak brightness. But you need to be aware that that 5,000 nits peak brightness is not consistent, it's not continuous, it's a burst of extra specular highlight brightness. The native peak brightness of this TV is around about 2,200 nits to 2,500 nits. That's roughly the measurements that I was getting before it was beginning to hard clip, and then the boost came in and then pushed that right up to nearly 5,000 nits. There are a few issues with that system that TCL engineers are working on at the moment to try and get it absolutely perfect before it comes to market. And this 115-inch example is the flagship TV from TCL, which means that it does cost flagship money. You're looking at about 25,000 euros approximately at this moment in time. We'll get exact pricing for you and maybe pop it on the screen if we manage to get that before the video goes out. So what else do you get on here? Well, mainly everything else that you see on most TCL TVs, which is HDR support for all the major formats. So that is all supported in here, including Dolby Vision IQ. In terms of picture quality, very impressive. There are a few niggles. It is a mini LED TV, so in terms of viewing angles, because it uses a VA panel, once you get off about 30 degrees, you do start to see gamma and color shift, and the brightness obviously starts to dim as well as you get further off axis. But if you watch straight on with 115 inches, you're going to have to choose your viewing position carefully. You don't want to be too close, because if you're too close, your peripheral vision, you're still going to have picture either side, and then you'll start to see things like gamma shift and color shift if you're too close to the TV. But you get yourself a fair distance back, a decent distance back, and the image quality is very, very good indeed. The main thing that hits you, as you would imagine, from this 115-inch is the sheer immersion, the sheer impact of that size of screen. We're in a big venue here, which I think kind of takes the edge off of the size a little bit. I mean, it's still a huge TV, you know, and when you get up close to it, it really is some size. The other thing you have to take into consideration when buying screens of 115-inch or the 98-inch version, and they even have an 85-inch entry point to the X955. We're talking about mega size screens here. Yeah. You have to think about lifting that and transporting it and so on. Now, they do have special packaging. It's a 6-man job for this 115-inch to be delivered. So you have to take that into consideration as well. How strong is your wall? Because most people will wall mount something of this size. And the other question is, do you replace your projector system with a screen this size? I mean, when you get into 115 inches, you're then into territory of front projection. In terms of ultra short throw projectors against this kind of screen, you're going to get the better performance from this type of screen because it's a direct display. You're going to get that HDR performance. You're going to get decent black levels. You're going to get a really bright image compared to short throw projectors, which can hit about 65 to 100 nits, really. So if you're looking for a solution, then TCL are saying, well, look at their 98-inch TVs. You can pick a 98-inch model from TCL's lower model range for around about £2,000. So if that's what you're after and that's what you're looking for, then certainly they have a large screen in all of the ranges this year, some of them up to 85, some of them up to 98. And then you've got the X955 here at 115 inches. So you have your choice, different model ranges as well. So just over to my other side, we have the C855, which is a 98, 85, 75 and 65 inch screen sizes. Behind the camera here, we'll show you some insert shots of these TVs. Again, this is an impressive lineup, an impressive TV. I'm going to get the 65 inch 855 in for a full review, so I will spend a lot of time with it. So I have looked at the 98 inch. I didn't get the opportunity to take any measurements at this moment in time, but like I say, I'll get the 65 in for review. What I did do is I tested the 805 last time I was here in Poland, and obviously reviewed the 55 inch 805 C805, and they were very, very close in terms of measurements. So, you know, across the range you're going to get slight differences, but you should mainly get the same picture quality from the 65 all the way up to the 98 inch. So other things about the X955 here, well, there's a few slight niggles with it. So local dimming, I did notice a few times with some tricky material like Blade Runner 2046, where the shuttlecraft, the car is flying over quite a dark looking LA. I did see a few issues with local dimming, not quite managing to do things properly. It was being caught out a little bit. It was getting brighter and then darker and brighter and darker. But these little niggles, the whole reason that we're here is to test these and put them to the test, and the engineers are here and they're taking notes on what we find as well. So yeah, it's a little bit slow, it's a little bit sluggish in terms of the UI, but these kind of things, this is what TV reviewer nitpicking is what I'd call it. If you're in the market for something like this, it's a lot of money. This is their flagship TV. It's a Halo TV. I don't think a lot of people are going to drop the coin for this exact model here, but it shows you what is possible and how they can cut the glass now from the mother glass to get these massive screen sizes. And the more that they can do that and the more volume that they can do, and TCL are a volume manufacturer, then the prices of these things do start to come down. So you're really paying for the 20,000 zones and 5,000 nits of brightness. As you get further down the range, those numbers do vary and they do get smaller. Another interesting demonstration that we had around the side here was with the front of these panels off. So we could see the local dimming working, and we could see each step all the way up from our reference monitor there, where we could see what the image was that we're supposed to be seeing, and then we could look at the backlights of the three models as we moved up the range there. And it was interesting to see that, when you got to this one, just how much of the picture you could make out with no front of the screen there, just looking at the backlights, LED backlights there. You could still make out what the image was supposed to be, and it shows you how much gradation certainly this set has in terms of those details and eliminating blooming around objects and other things there. So let's catch up with Marek. Let's have a tour around here. Marek will give us a tour. He'll tell us exactly everything else, and then we'll give you a bit of a wrap up and a roundup at the end of the video.
Hi AVForums fans, welcome to Experts Meets Experts in Warsaw. Here in May in 2024 we show whole range of X955. So behind me I have 115. You see how nice this TV is. It is just home cinema screen at your home. Just for your understanding, if you sit 3 meters from the screen, you have still 40-something degrees of viewing angle, so that's why you have still some space to have larger screen even in the future. But in terms of products, you can compare the size of 115 with 98, with also on another side with 85. And then you see that you get absolutely the best what you can get from TV performance today. This is 5000 nits peak brightness. In 85 and 98 we have 5000 dimming zones, but in 115 we increase it to more than 20,000 dimming zones, and how it makes the difference we will show you also on the demonstration of the backlight. Usually you use this kind of TV set for home cinema, and I think in most of the cases for streaming. So this is how we shape specification of these products, because we try to make it in line with what OTTs can deliver today in Dolby Vision, as if you get Dolby Vision, UHD, so it is content which is up to 4000 nits, and this content can be very well reproduced on this kind of TV set. Another important point is that we have also very high average brightness, which means we can have this screen also in a very bright room and still experience HDR effect. And for compatibility with HDR formats, you get all of them, so Dolby Vision IQ, you also get HLG for your sports experience. And from the perspective of your own content, if you have iPhone, for example, you can use AirPlay and you can stream your HDR photos, HDR videos in Dolby Vision to this TV set. And from streaming perspective and smart TV, it comes with Google TV. So all our products we show here are with Google TV. So then the next range I want to show you is our C85 range. You can compare all the sizes. So we have 98, we have 85, 75 and 65. So today when you look on this kind of products, you start to see that 65 become quite small TV set if we compare them. But also in terms of specification, this is our new iteration of successful C84 range we introduced last year. Here we have a lot of new improvements. So from the picture performance perspective, you get much better HDR effect because we further increase peak brightness. We also increase number of dimming zones, and this is also visible, especially with very difficult content like fireworks, that we get much better reproduction of specular lights. So this three products, 75, 85, 98 comes with more than 2000 dimming zones, and 65 comes with 1344 dimming zones. All products we talk so far are based on 144 Hz panels. So for your standard experience broadcast or for streaming, panel works with either in 100 or 120 Hz. But if you connect PC, you can get 144, or even you can switch to 240 Hz. Then we also show products which will be available in online offering. So for example, this range you can easily compare 55, 65, 75, 85. All these products we will offer at Amazon. So this is T8 range. Product is based on 144 panel also. The difference between with previous products is that there is no mini LED backlight, and here we have global dimming, but still with quite high 450 nits brightness. And if we move further, we have also presentation of art, just to show prototype. Mostly we try to show the difference in terms of panel coating, because we have much stronger absorption of the light, absorption of reflections, and also matte coating of the panel. And then the product has changeable frame, so this kind of prototype we had at CES, but we show that TCL works on the project, and soon we should expect it on the market. Then to show you more about different sizes available and what TCL offers, you can see here. So we have C65 range, which is QLED range based on 60 Hz panel, but you can see the comparison from 43 up to 98. So all the sizes, it is a rare case, and the 98 is based on 144 Hz panel, but in all other cases, products in terms of brightness you see are similar. Then I think we come to the most spectacular part of this event. Here are our technical demos. And here we show the comparison with how fireworks looks like on screens with a different number of dimming zones. I think we can look from another angle and then to see it perfectly what is the difference between 2000 zones here, because we have 2160 LEDs and we drive them separately. So the same content with 5184 LEDs and zones, you see that lights are much better reproduced, especially speculars. And if we multiply by 4 number of LEDs in 115, you start to see almost all the details. This is how the backlight works, and this is why we need so many dimming zones. So these products are TV sets without LCD screen. So we remove LCD screen in here 75C855, in 85 X955 and the 115 X955 to show you how the backlight works and how backlight reproduce all this most difficult content like fireworks, because if we have a low number of zones, we would have generally visible all of them switch on, because zones cannot match fireworks. But in this case, you see how it is reproduced on the screen.
So that wraps up our video here from Poland and a look at TCL's massive screen sizes for 2024. And stay tuned, because we will have some review samples coming in, not of the massive screen sizes. Our opportunity here today has been to have a look at these, examine them in some detail and take some brief measurements. But we will be looking at these model ranges in slightly smaller screen sizes, 65, 55, maybe even a 75-inch screen size. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for more coverage from TCL as well. They have an exciting lineup this year of TVs, and they really are pushing the market boundaries this year. They're making that transition from, you know, budget manufacturer up to sort of mid-range to more luxury, like you say, 25,000 euros approximately for the 115-inch, and it's the largest TV currently on the market for sale. So they really are pushing things at the moment. Some exciting stuff coming up in the future. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, then please do give it a like. Any comments, put them in the comments section down below, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.